Community Viewpoint.
And welcome once again to another exciting edition of Community Viewpoint. I'm John Pawlak, your host for this segment. This segment we're going to be discussing something that's near and dear to my heart. It used to be called the Community Advisory Board for Nevada Test Site Programs, but thanks to the goodness of our government, they changed all it's a different acronym now, all the letters are different. It's a site-specific advisory board, just as important, and we have Steve Rosenbaum with us. He is the chair of the Site-Specific Advisory Board for Nevada N2S2. So it's the Nevada Site-Specific Advisory Board. I'll never get used to the acronyms. Yes, because I can't even say it. But anyway, welcome once again.
Well, thank you for having me here.
You're here to discuss, you'll be having another full board meeting here next month. This is June, so that'll be July 18th, I believe it is.
July 18th at 4 p.m. at Valley Electric's Community Center or Conference Center.
Yeah, in the past, you've had them at the Bob Roode Community Center, but things change, and for the good of change, Valley Electric's had the new community center, and it's very bright, very new, and there it is. So that's right on State Road 372. We just had the address and the date up there, so remember, if you're coming to the program on the 18th, it'll be at the new location. So tell us a little bit more about what to expect on that evening.
Well, that evening, as a full board, we go through updates of what is happening on the site related to the environmental management. And in this particular meeting, we're going to be getting a whole slew of updates from past initiatives happening and updates on future initiatives happening. For example, Clean Slate 2 at the test range is winding down, where Clean Slate 3 is now going to be starting up. So we will be getting a briefing on that and general briefings on the activities, what's happening with the disposal site, quantities of packaging coming in, and those sort of things.
So it's important to us because these will be being transported down State Road 95?
It'll be, down 95 and in some cases 160. This is part of the southern route.
Okay. So you can find that online if you go, where's the easiest way to go? Just type in Clean Slate?
You could, but the best way is to go onto the advisory board website, and there should be links there under the resource tab.
Right, the Site-Specific Advisory Board, the NSSAB. I'll get it right one of these days, but I was there. You have the tabs on the top also, and that'll take you where you want to go to investigate more fully. So this is from how many years ago, what are we saying? This is legacy type.
This is legacy waste from Cold War era.
Yes, yes. And it's only going to through gate 100, which is the Mercury gate. Yes. So what else would we be looking at during the meeting while we're over there?
Well, the other we have, besides board members, community perspective, we have liaison members, which are other agencies such as Nevada Department of Environmental Protection, NDEP, another acronym, the Park Service, both Nye and Clark County's nuclear offices, project offices. Nye Emergency Management is liaison, as well as Esmeralda and Lincoln counties, and Nye as well. County commissioners are on the board as well.
Yes.
And they talk about things that are happening within their jurisdictions and what is happening within the test site and how it affects the jurisdiction. So it's a two-way conversation.
So I was looking at the makeup of the site-specific advisory board, as it's called now, and back in the days when I was there, it was hard for us to keep a balance between Clark County and Nye County. But I have to commend you and the Department of Energy and the folks over there for having a very well-balanced board. You have, out of the 20, there's 20 max that you have on the board, and you have 17 members right now. 6 of those are from Pahrump, and which is important to me because the N2S2, or the Nevada test site, is fully in Nye County. So that's a sticking point with me. But I commend the Department of Energy and the SSAB for having a good balance of the folks. And you had some other people, Amargosa Valley for one?
Yeah, we have Amargosa Valley, Beatty. In Lincoln County, our member is terming out, but he's from Pawlak.
And it's important to have the affected areas, not only Clark County,
Right.
the affected areas are, as we see over here.
Yeah, we also have a member from Esmeralda Goldfield as well. So I heard a term a while ago, I think it came from you, called collar counties.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I like that term, and it's very important that there is representation from all of them, as much as we can get in there.
Yes, and I had the other map. It belongs to the Desert Research Institute that shows you all the collar counties. You have the little triangles on there, Conrad? Do you want to show that map? That's coming up. There we go. So we're looking at what's surrounding the Nevada test site, or the N2S2 as it's called now.
Right.
Yeah, that belongs to meteorological stations. So if you're looking for, this has nothing to do with today's program, but if you're looking at the weather, radiological issues, you can find those. There's always somebody watching what's happening at the Nevada test site, whether it be the federal government. Nye County is there. We have wells, just like the
Right. Monitoring wells.
monitoring wells, the county, the state. I believe DRI is contracted with
Right.
wells also. So there's always someone doing investigation. There's always someone watching over the Nevada test site. And what you would like to do, what we wanted to do when we were on the board, is to get more participation with the folks that are affected, which is where we're sitting right now in Pahrump. So that's why you're out here also with this meeting.
Yes, that's why we're out here. We welcome the public. One of the things is the legacy, or the Cold War period, is the people are aging on and passing on. And a lot of what was done there was done in secrecy, that there really isn't a whole lot of anecdotal or community knowledge of what goes on at the site and what is happening. We're trying to bring that up to make the public more aware of that.
And there's a lot of tours that go into the site, also Nevada test site or the N2S2. You have to schedule them way in advance.
That is true. Unfortunately, for this calendar year, the public tours are booked. But there are specialty tours that do happen. In September, Pahrump High School will be having a tour of the site, their science program, which was also happened last year, and it was arranged for by one of our members.
That's excellent. That to learn while you're at school, you have more. No, the windows are still open. And then you have the teachers also. When you come back to the classroom, they can answer more questions when you get back. We had the picture over there that Conrad put up there of the WIP site. I should have the little badge. I've been there twice already. But the waste isolation pilot plant.
Yes.
That's transuranic waste that had been at the site some years ago. We got rid of almost all of it that we had to get rid of, and that's down in Carlsbad.
Yes.
Yes, New Mexico, and they're reopened. for
Yes.
business.
They have reopened.
Yes.
They are reopened on more of a limited basis while they are building to support the structure, building up the structure more.
So,
And
yes, I'm sorry.
they are basically at this point collecting past due shipments from the sites are there. We in Nevada, in this particular case, is lucky that the fact is that we do not have a lot of transuranic waste, or TRU, yet another acronym,
Yes.
on the site, and it's minimal, and therefore we're really not regulatory-wise or environmentally wise in a crunch to get that off of the site at this moment.
Yes. So there's also the different sites around the country. The CAB members, or the site-specific advisory members, during the course of their 2-year, 4-year, or 6-year terms, go to these conferences throughout the country at the different
Right.
sites. Do you want to show the sites with the United States map? These are the ones that are
Those are the working sites.
right there.
That's the
Those are the ones that are
CAB
left.
sites.
Yeah,
The
we'll
eight-
keep-
there are 8 left.
Yeah, those are the 8 that are left. When I was on the board, I think we had about 3 or 4 more. So they're slowly but surely closing. The N2S2 Nevada National Security Site, did I get that right?
Yes.
Will never close because of what is in the ground from the underground tests. So we will always have, that would be always open.
Yes.
But the members get to go to see what other types of waste that come here, where they come from, and they meet the other
Correct.
boards.
And meetings with the other boards is to talk about issues that cross over our geological or site-specific issues that matter, particularly like transportation, for example.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to get waste from Savannah River to Nevada?
Which has been happening.
Yeah, which happens, or
along.
Portsmouth, or Paducah, or Hanford, or,
Yes.
you know.
And I was to about 3 or 4 sites, and it's eye-opening. There's a lot of history there from the Cold War, things that you heard of. I was interested in it, and I was able to have a lot of my questions answered. If you have questions, you want answers about the N2S2, as it's called now, or the Nevada test site, please come to the meeting. I'll show up at the board on July 18th. Bring that up there, please. And if you want to make mention to the last minute.
Yeah. Again, it's at 4 p.m. at the Valley Electric's Conference Center, Wednesday, July 18th. And we look forward to see you there.
Thank you for stopping by again, Stephen. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time.
Community Viewpoint.